Hello everybody, this is Trevor Smithy, and today, no, you did not misread the title. No, this is not clickbait. I will be showing you how to make a multi-hit tile, and not just 2-hit, 3-hit, and even 4-hit, and in theory, as many hits as you want. So, disclaimer, I should make, this is not easy, obviously, because otherwise someone else would have made this video long ago, or there wouldn't be a need for a video. And so, I don't know, if you're going to do this, it's probably going to be for like a gimmick level, or, you know, you can just make it yourself if you want to mess around. I don't mind. But I should be clear that the devs, because there is an official level, of course, there's a RJX, that includes multi-hit tiles. And the devs made it very clear that they don't plan to ever, at least as far as I know, ever plan to add that officially to the editor. So they aren't true multi-hit tiles, but they come very close. And so, you know, honestly, you can't tell. You can't tell. And the one thing that I do need to point out, though, is because these aren't officially implemented, as you may know, in the settings, in fact, I actually use it. Where is it at? No, not here. Graphics? Advanced. Yeah, okay. So there's multi-tap and hold tile. For multi-tap, this completely breaks them. So they will always behave like normal. So you can't like disable that. So if you want to have a non-multi-hit version of your level, then I guess just remove the extra bits. So yeah, if you're curious why I'm making this, well, I posted a little video on my Discord just to gauge people's interest, and it seemed to. So I'll just play the level, and you can see what I mean. Sorry, no music. Yes, you did in fact see that right. Red is a 2-hit multi-tile, green is 3, and blue is 4. Also, don't worry about that little glitch at the end. That's very easily fixable, and, well, easily. It's fixable, and I'll show you how. So, okay, as you can see, there's some jank going on here. And also here. So, let's see. First, I should probably, oh, okay. I don't need you anymore, key viewer, and you're just going to block important parts of the screen, so goodbye. Anyways, so I've kind of, I'm gonna kind of pull away the curtain here. One sec. Removing all of these position tracks. That one was already, okay, those ones are still normal. Okay, so this still looks a bit jank, and that's because it is. These position tracks, if they were gone, the level would look very weird. I guess I could delete them for you, just so you can see what it looks like. Basically, what I've done here, and I'll show you in a moment, is completely changed up how all of this works. So I can undo these in a moment. That one's fine, that one's fine, this one's fine. It's these ones that need to go. There we go. Okay, so this is what the level looks like without all of the weird ones. I've just offset some of these so it's easier. Basically, the way this works is it abuses the new feature that they added. Well, okay, technically you were able to use surgery, i.e. editing the text file that the .ADOFAI file is. It's truly just a text file. You were able to edit that and change angles a while back. I do remember long ago, all you had was basically these letters. Well, and these ones. And that was how it defined paths in the old format. But for quite a while now, they've used angles. And so the way that this works is basically one mid spin is fine. Like right here, this is fine. Well, okay, this is fine. This is not. This is illegal. This is a turnaround that is not, no, it's not 360 degrees like most turnarounds are. No, in fact, it is 179.9. Yes, that's right. The way you do this is by alternating 179.9 degree tiles and 180. Technically speaking, it doesn't have to be straight lines, right? Like, you don't have to have them all in a straight line like this. I just did it for the demonstration. Basically, you can do any angle. So, like, say here I wanted to make a multi-hit tile that went up, right? Like this. So what I would do is not 179.9, but it would be 89.9 because it's a 90 degree. And then you will hit the multi button, which will create this. And in this case, for just a 2-hit, it's actually rather simple because then all you have to do is hide this tile. And the way that I've hidden these tiles is with these move tracks here. So one little hint, if you're ever working, there's this whole list of things that they can do. I don't know when they added this. This might only be in the alpha and beta right now, but if not, all of these shortcuts still exist, so feel free to write any of them down if they look interesting. But the main one that I care about now is this show tile numbers, which is CTRL+F. So that's very helpful for using move tiles. One thing I will point out is tile numbers will change as you add and get rid of tiles. So like right now, I've just broken all of these ones because I've added these tiles. So basically what I'm saying is do your move tiles last. Like after you've finalized the path that you're going to use, because otherwise you'll just break everything and you'll have to fix it. But I'll show you real quick how to do this. So these are all worthless now, and to be fair, I haven't saved. So if I save as new multi-hit 2, we'll see, then I can revert back if I need to use that other one. Okay, so basically, well, this'll look normal. So, like I said, 2 hits pretty simple. It would help if I could hit. Okay, well, I didn't hit the second one. I'm bad. Okay, something's not right here. What? Do I have this the wrong way? That is one other thing. Oh, that's why. Okay. One thing to be careful about is make sure it's on the correct side. So I guess in this case, it's not actually supposed to be 89.9. And sometimes you will get that. Sometimes it needs to be on the other side. And I messed up. So if it doesn't work, just try the other way. That's not exactly a good example, but let's try this now. This should work. There we go. So yeah, if you ever have a scenario where it seems messed up, just try doing the other 0.1 off of the angle you actually want. So, like I said, 2-hit, pretty normal. You'll just do it on the tile before. So actually, this is the multi-hit. So if I wanted to make this the multi-hit, I'd need to do it here, which again is fine. But if you want to do 3 or 4, I will do one word of caution. Doing any odd number of multi-hit will mess up how the... it'll mess up the rotation, basically. Because you're always going in a thing. You might have noticed earlier that I had to swap the positions of these tiles and everything after it. Um, so I would recommend, if you're going to do an odd number like 3, 5, 7, etc. Obviously, you can't have a one-hit multi-tile. I mean, you can, but then it's just a normal tile. If you're going to do that, have another one soon after. Otherwise, you're going to have to manually adjust the positions and rotations of every single tile until the next one. So I wouldn't do that, but feel free. 4 hits actually not that bad. So here, if we simplify down to here-ish, this is a 4-hit multi-tile. Well, kind of. We have tile 4 is the first one here, and we want to show tile 8. So what we'll do is from first tile, from tiles 4 to 8, we will set the opacity to 0, and you can just do this. I'd recommend setting duration to 0, but honestly, if they can't see it, then it doesn't matter. Right now, there's actually going to be a slight problem because of the fact that we should see this when we start, but just as demonstrate. Oh, okay, I forgot to put this back. There we go. So right now, when we start, I'll even put it in slow motion. You can see it's glitched out, but as soon as we hit this tile, okay, maybe 0.3 is a bit slow, but right, I'm dumb. We don't want to actually make the last tile invisible. And there, as you can see, the planets didn't glitch out, but you only saw the 2. So, my one thing that I will say, because obviously this is going to be very hard for anyone who doesn't understand the level, make sure that if you ever make a level like this, to include a tutorial. And I would recommend doing like what I did in the intro, where I color-coded stuff. So, in order to do that, by the way, it's pretty simple. You can just set track color. For me, like I had blue, I think, right, was my 4-hit. So 0, 0, max in the blue, which is 255. And then I also set it to neon light. And as you can see there, and then if you were to say continue the track after this, you would then just, use another set track color and set it back to whatever color you're actually using. So yeah. And yeah, I would also recommend having enough space either by zooming in the camera a bunch, which preferably don't do that, but well, it'd actually be less. Smaller zoom percent means greater zoom. So now you can't actually see it. Okay, well, what did I do? How did I get so many extra? I don't know. Actually, normally I have like 150 zoom, but that's up to you. Anyways, the main thing is just, I'd recommend color coding the last tile, the one that doesn't get hidden, obviously. Just so that people know it's a multi-hit and have like a tutorial and, I don't know, you can say add a, oops, that's right, they moved it over here. You can add text, move this up and just say 4-hit multi-tile down here, and then there we go. And then you have this, just so that people know. I don't know why it's saying I'm getting extra. What? Hold on, let me just try doing this with 2. What the heck? Okay, so that's interesting. Alright, sorry about that. So, I decide I need to just pause the recording and take a moment to actually dig into what's going on in the background and figure out what's going on. So basically what happens for this to work is normally how ADOFAI on Ice keeps track of angles, it'll kind of like wrap around. And the issue is you can't have that wraparound happening while you're doing this sort of mid-spin multi-hit. I understand wraparound isn't very easy to explain. Basically, the angles that are stored in the file can only go up to 999. Also, 999 is how they represent a mid-spin like this. And so what that basically means is, well, one, earlier what I said, where each of them need to be the mid-spin tile, that's just not true. Only the last one should be a mid-spin tile. The other ones should all look like turnarounds, but trust me, they're not. And I'll show you that in a moment. And second of all, what that means is at least with this method, the highest multi-hit you can have is 6, as I've shown here. And I'll demonstrate that in just a moment. I don't know why in the world you'd ever want more than a 6 key multi-hit tile, but you know, if you do, you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. Maybe you can extend this further, but for now at least, this is as far as I go. I'll put the angle data for this file here into the I'll put it into the description and like the pinned comment or whatever. So if you want, you could just copy it and you can just, you know, make this track yourself and then play around with it. Yeah, basically here. So what this does, and you'll be able to see this in the code, but maybe I should just show my screen so that you can see it, just so that you can understand. So this one. Okay. So here you can see the angle data. So all of these zeros is just the straight part over here at the beginning. And then we have our first turnaround, which if it's 180, then it'll just be a normal turnaround. So we have to make it 1 degree less, or 0.1 degree less. And then the next one, if it was 359.9, then it would just act as a normal. So we have to make it 1.1 degree less. Same with the next. And what we basically keep doing is adding 179.9 to this. And this is where that whole idea of you can only have 6 comes in, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is saying the last one is the multi-hit, which is good. But obviously, like I said, it can only go up to 999. It can't store any higher than this. And so you would wrap around. Maybe you could find the... What's the term of it? What's the name of it? Where you basically take a complement. Is complement the right one? No, complement is the one that adds up to it. The same one, but minus 360. And maybe you could extend it that way. But again, I don't know why you'd ever need more than 6. So yeah, the idea is just adding 179.9. The issue with this is like, so here's what the first one looks like. My first example that I showed off. The numbers are a bit different. But the thing is, you don't see any of these numbers. This isn't what it gives you. It messes with the numbers here, and everything's relative. So, yeah, basically, if you're going to do more than a 2-hit multi-hit, it's going to get complicated very quickly, and you might have to learn how to do surgery. Because, I mean, well, you can see here, there's some jank going on right here. But yeah. And just to demonstrate to you that this does in fact work, that I have fixed it, let's try 2 hitting this. Nope. Let's try 3 hitting this. Nope. And I mean, you can tell, but 4 hit doesn't work. So only when you actually do all 6 hits does it actually do it. So Yes, it does work, and as you can tell by this number of perfects that I got, I did actually hit 6 notes in here, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, of course, for the final. So, yes, it does work. 6 might be the max, but again, why would you ever want more than that? And dear God, that'd be very difficult to do in the middle of a song. And kind of just excessive, to be honest, but in theory, maybe you can do more, but I don't think anyone who's watching this, if you can figure out how to do 6, I think you can figure out how to do 7 or more if you really want to. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and as always, wabam!